Welcome into another episode of Full Courtney Press. I'm your host, Courtney Mims. And yeah, I'm joined by the awesome, the wonderful, the amazing. You guys loved her the first time we had her on to talk NBA, basketball, honestly, college basketball, Arkansas Razorbacks, the whole thing. She can talk it all. You're one of the biggest sports fans I know, Carson. But more than that, the biggest basketball fan I know.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I especially love this time of year. I love the draft. I love it all. So,
and you
like
love
I said, I live and breathe this stuff.
And you love when the Razorbacks collide with NBA and college and the whole thing, and that's the draft.
Pro Hogs, they're my favorite thing to talk about. I love watching them because, you fall in love with them while they're playing for your team in college, and it's fun to see where their careers go in the professional league. So many adventures to be had.
And we're going to talk about the Pro Hogs the new Pro Hogs. Let's
go.
But before we get to that, Carson is a huge Dallas Mavericks fan. You guys know this from the last time we had her on Full Courtney Press. Don't say sadly. Don't say sadly.
We're going in a good direction.
Proud Dallas Mavericks fan here is Carson Can. Carson, I have to ask you because this happened and I wanted to get your thoughts on it, but it kind of shook up the college basketball world. Dusty May, just few months after winning a national title with Michigan, they had the parade. They celebrated. He's putting together his team for next year. Could repeat because the way that he reloaded the roster, it looks good. It ain't going to be him, though, who's coaching that team if they do repeat. He said, great winning that natty. See ya.
Sorry, guys. I got Cooper Flagg now.
Yeah, he's got Cooper Flagg now. He's going over to the Dallas Mavericks to be the new head coach over there. How do you feel about that move? Obviously, big shocker in the college basketball world. What do you feel about it? Do you feel like he'll have success with Dallas?
I do. I feel like it's a great move for the Mavs. It's resetting the culture, kind of a different. We're going younger. I liked going for a new head coach who is able to come into the league and kind of grow with Cooper Flagg, bring in just a kind of fresh energy. I personally didn't think Jason Kidd was a bad coach. I don't think he was his playbook bag wasn't maybe so deep.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see a fresh new offense and defensive schemes, things like that. But I'm super excited about Dusty May and what he can do now with Morez Johnson, new draft pick, and Cooper obviously, and Derek Lively getting Kyrie back. He's gonna have a good baseline to come in with. Good culture starting up at the top with Masai and Mike Schmitz, the GM, and now Dusty May. I think he's just culture, all his guys. You read the things that they have to say about him. They just love him. He's like a father figure to them.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
A great person on and off the court. So super excited about that, and having Morez, who a lot of people are saying is another culture fit. I mean, he was able to get a lot out of him this past year at Michigan.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll be able to continue their success and bring it to Dallas, because it's been too long, Courtney.
I know.
It's been too long. If I have to watch another year without Mavs in the playoffs,
I'm sorry. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. I have good feelings for your Mavs.
We hit the rock bottom, and honestly, only up.
I would feel better about the Mavs if, honestly, you guys drafted a Razorback. I really thought that Dusty May was going to do that with the 30th pick there in the first round.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, missed opportunity. We're going to talk about Malik Thomas in just a second on this show. We're recording this right before round 2 takes place of the NBA draft. And we do have 2 Razorbacks on the board. I'd like to see them go to good places. We'll talk about that. But let's talk first about the big news.
The king.
The king.
The newest king.
The king.
Our Razorback king, all of it.
A Razorback king. A king with the Razorbacks, and now
it's
a
only
literal NBA king.
Sacramento king.
Literal Sacramento king. Darius Acuff Jr. going 7th overall to the Sacramento Kings. Carson, I wasn't really shocked. I know some people wanted to be shocked about the pick. Oh, Darius should have gone higher. Yeah, we can all say that all day long, that he maybe should have been picked higher. But It was a loaded draft. It was a stacked draft. I think having him be a top 10 pick shows how good he is. He's the best point guard in the draft, hands down. The Sacramento Kings wanted him. It was the most predicted thing.
In all the mock drafts, there was never a doubt.
And never a doubt. That Sacramento wanted him from the jump. And there was that connection with Darius Acuff's dad, Darius Acuff Sr., and Sacramento Kings GM Scott Perry. He coached him when he was at Eastern Kentucky. So he has a relationship with Darius's dad. When he went there, when he went for workouts, when he did all of that, they loved him. They were just going, oh, yes, we want him so bad. I think this is a good fit for him. Some people might disagree with that.
Yeah.
I think it's a good fit for him because why? They needed a point guard, 1. 2, they need a star. They just need somebody like Darius Acuff to come in to re-energize, right? You saw how excited Sacramento Kings fans were when they drafted him.
They were acting like they won the chip. They were acting so happy. I loved it. I love to see the excitement.
And they just might have because Darius Acuff is that special of a player. But I think this is going to be a good fit for him. I know Sacramento isn't a great organization, track records with guards.
Nope.
They aren't. Just look at the proof is in the pudding. You know, De'Aaron Fox, Tyrese Halliburton, let's look. But maybe they keep him. Maybe they keep him longer than a couple of seasons. Maybe they don't trade him. Maybe they don't get rid of him. And they actually build something around him.
Yes.
How exciting would that be?
It would be so exciting. I mean, Sacramento, they've been at dog days in the NBA for a long time now.
Yeah.
They've had their chances, obviously, and we've all heard the jokes about Darius getting traded. But I feel like Darius from the start in the combine, pre-draft interviews, all of that, it was always, oh, Sacramento, you're looking like you're going to go to Sacramento. How would you feel about that? And it's always sounded like a place that he's good with. He wants to go. He understands the situation, that it's good for him, that he will be the star. He is getting handed the keys. He will be the number 1 option from day one. He doesn't have to worry about that. He'll get to take all the shots he wants. And yeah, they're going to give him that contract in a few years, Darius Acuff. So all around for him, it's great. I love seeing it. The fans excited for him. I have to imagine that's such a great feeling to see the fans being so excited for you.
Especially coming from going from Arkansas, where the fan base is so strong here, to going to a place that is cheering when the
like
sixth
you were the
pick, goes off the board and it's not Darius Acuff, and you're the 7th pick, and you're like, oh my gosh, we're gonna get him.
They're getting someone that not only is a phenomenal player on the court, he makes everyone better. He's a great teammate, great work ethic, all of that from what we've heard, from what we've seen, all of it, his production. But he also carries himself in a way that I feel like Sacramento, it's just going to be such a good refresh for them to have someone like him, his type of presence, his type of energy and leadership, and just swag coming to Sacramento. I mean,
swag.
I love De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton, but Darius Acuff is a different type of player. He's Detroit. He's different. I mean, I have to mention his outfit that he looked like the coolest version of the Matrix. Like, just look with the glasses, the sunnies on, the whole family matching.
The Louis Vuitton.
He was like, I'm sorry, but his fit was like one of the best with the 5 chain.
No, like he was the best dressed.
He was
the best
out.
dressed. But hands down, best dressed.
Just carries himself like already a professional. It's just going to be. I'm excited for him now. His fit on the court. I mean, like we mentioned, they don't have a lot of options right now at point guard. So we're really any. So he's immediately going to be given the keys there, and it depends on how that roster shakes out, but they have a good few young pieces.
They do.
Like Nick Clifford and Maxine Reynos. So I'm hopeful that the Kings, if they're somehow able to, hopefully this is a jumping pad for them and they can just launch into,
into something good.
Into some success with Darius leading the way.
Yeah, it would be nice.
I don't think that's going to come immediately. There's just a lot of things in the Kings that they need to figure out. I hope Domantas Sabonis stays around, at least for Darius, for his first year. So he has someone to pass to.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm excited for him. I'm just excited that he's somewhere where he's wanted. He's not going to somewhere that the fans are like,
why did we pick
Sacramento?
this guy?
They were the number one in terms of the fans and the organization. Of course, everyone wants AJ Debonsa and Darren. That's something different. But in terms of Sacramento, it seemed like for them, he was their number one pick.
Oh, absolutely.
Like for them, they got their number one pick. And like you were saying, this is just a stacked draft class. In another draft class, or depending on where the teams fall, the lottery, he could have been taken 5th. And like you said, in our opinion, he's the best guard. So he could have been taken if he could have been taken earlier, I think.
If the Kings were the number one pick, I
they
think they'd take Darius Acuff. I'm not even joking with you.
Yeah.
I think that's how much they loved him. That's how much they wanted him. You go on social media and you look at anything Sacramento Kings. First of all, they have a great fan base. Yes. I'll say that. For not having a lot of success, they believe in their team. They have a lot of love for their team. I appreciate that. They kind of remind me of Arkansas fans, right? Arkansas fans will get behind Arkansas, whether it's good, whether it's bad. They will. They'll continue to support. The amount of people that continue to support a 2-10 football team was insane.
Yes.
Okay? They remind me a lot of Arkansas fans. They believe. And that, I think, going from this Arkansas fan base where they're passionate, they're excited, they rally behind you, to going to a Sacramento Kings fan base that is so
I mean, can you imagine the scenes in Sacramento when he lights the beam for the first time? It's going to be electric. And I cannot lie, I was not rooting for him to go to the Kings just because of the history there.
Yeah, because you can say it,
and
Carson.
I want the best I only want the best for Darius, for my guys. So I was rooting for him to go somewhere that maybe the media attention would be more on him.
Yes.
But I think he's going to bring that to Sacramento. I think, like I said, he's going to bring a new energy.
I think he is.
So
I think he's.
I'm just going to hope that this
needed.
is just going to work out for the best. It seems that everyone is happy with it. So I'm just going to jump along. I'll be a bandwagon Kings fan
I
for
think
a few
there's a lot
years,
of people,
maybe more.
There's a lot of people who are going to be bandwagon Kings fans.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said wherever Darius or our Arkansas players go, they're going to be like my second, third teams or whatever. And it's like the Kings, I'm going to have to dive into the Kings. But you know what? That's fine.
Yeah, you'll be
Darius
fine.
will. Anytime Darius on the court, it's going to be fun. So it's not going to be. He's going to just. I'm just so excited to watch him play again. It's been too long, and I can't wait for the rest of the NBA to watch him. All the stat sheet nerds out there, I'm talking to you, who didn't watch a lot of Arkansas. Maybe watch some of the tournament. And besides the fact that his numbers are historic already, that should tell you something. You don't just win SEC Player of the Year, Freshman of the Year, consensus All-American, SEC Tournament MVP just because you're just a good offensive player.
Yeah. And
sorry, you don't. So I'm just excited because watching him play is magical. It's so much fun, and I can't wait for people to finally get to see that. Maybe people that aren't as dialed in. Not everyone can be as dialed into.
No, and not
every single team in college basketball.
They are.
But it's the people that are the haters out there who want to hate on him just because.
The haterades. They're drinking the haterade.
And on the topic of his defense, like, we have to address it. But,
well, sure. We do, but
he has mentioned that he knows he has to get better. He wants to get better. And another thing, like, it was always context situation for everything. Our defense last year on Arkansas, no one was that good. So it's not like, and
it
made Darius.
It was his role to be a good offensive player.
He had to carry
you on offense more than we need you playing defense.
No, he was putting up 23 points and 6 assists a night on average.
That was his role. It's when that is your role. That's your role. There were some people on that team that's role was to play defense and didn't play defense. That was his role. He had to assimilate to that role. I mean, again, I've had people on this show. I had his uncle on this show, Rashad. Yeah. He said, Courtney, that was his role. He was asked to do that. And he said, okay, I'm going to do that because here's what Darius cares about. More than the stat sheet, more than The people out there said, hey, where's your, what you need to get better on defense. More than personal accolades.
Yeah.
More than personal things. What does he care about more than anything else?
Winning.
And so when Coach Cal gets in there and says, here's what we need to do. You need to do this to win.
Yeah.
He's going to do that. He's going to do that. So almost I think he maybe hurt himself just because he wanted Arkansas to win.
Yeah.
How does that sound, Sacramento fans? How does that sound?
Also, you're not bringing in Darius Acuff for the defense. You put players around him that elevate him.
Thank you.
You don't expect every single guard to be, and I get it. He needs to put in more effort and all of that. Everyone's on agreement there.
Even Darius.
Yeah, but to act like you're not, when you're drafting a player like him, you understand what you're getting, and his offense more than makes up for anything that he's lacking on defense.
Correct.
His offense, a lot of the times when you see these good stats, bad players are on bad teams.
Yes.
No, I don't want to say bad players. These players that put up good stats on teams that aren't that good. Darius is not like that. His team is winning.
Yeah.
A lot of the times when the comps that people to Darius are like, oh, well, his team's not going to win. You can't win with a guard that doesn't play defense, all this kind of stuff. He did win. He did.
Yeah.
He won the SEC. They won the SEC
tournament. They won the SEC
tournament
against SEC competition, which by far was once again a incredibly tough basketball league.
Yeah.
It may be not the top league like it was a season ago.
Yeah.
But it was incredibly tough once again. They went and won the SEC tournament. They went and did that. And let's take it a step further, Carson, because not everybody with a star player can say they made it to the Sweet 16.
Nope.
They can't. So
call it out. Wake it up. Wake it up.
I'm calling it out. I am, because I'm sick and tired of people going and saying, not giving Darius Acuff Jr. enough love. And I get it. I'm not trying to be a homer.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say this. I've talked to people who are my dad, for one of them, who said, I have not seen a player like Darius.
No.
It's just insane. You want to comp him? I don't even think he can be comped.
No.
Because he's in a league of his own almost.
Yeah.
Of Darius Acuff Jr. That's why the Kings got someone special. There are going to be people, Carson, I'm calling it now. There are going to be people that watch Darius play in the NBA and go, whoa, I did not know.
I can't wait for it. There's people, I have names. I cannot. There are people online, but I'm like, I am waiting for I dare them to tweet about Darius Acuff.
You have receipts.
No, I am, because y'all can probably imagine just by me talking about this that I am my emotions play, and my favorite, I am biased.
Yeah.
Sorry, I am going to root for the players that are from my team.
Yes.
So, of course, but also Darius is one of those players that his talent just exceeds that, so far beyond that. If he wasn't a Razorback, I would still be going so hard for them. I'd be here oh my God, why isn't he on my team? So anytime that I see these disses and I get it, these people,
they don't have lives. They don't have lives.
Well,
I'm sorry. They don't. They don't have lives, Carson.
It's just an opinion. I have to remind myself that it's not that serious. It all played out how it's going to play. It played out, and we're going to see. Only time will tell who's right. But it's just the people that are acting like he's the 22nd best player in the draft.
Well, there are some
when
people.
You know that's not true.
Said that. There are some people that said, "Oh, maybe he shouldn't even be a lottery pick." What?
What? It's just craziness sometimes, and those are the people where I'm like, I don't believe that you really watched a lot of Arkansas basketball.
No,
I don't believe that you really. I believe that you probably watched a 3-minute highlight on YouTube,
sure,
on Twitter,
even maybe not even that, maybe just a couple of clips,
and you went on StatHead or whatever, and you were like, oh, look at this box. Plus minus the kitchen sink, whatever they like it. And I'm Dusty. Dusty, man, I'm going to have to get used to it. He's super analytical. So.
Oh, he is. He's actually probably the most.
But, and I'm fine with it to an extent, but it's just the eye test has to matter at some point. And
it does.
When you watch Darius, you just get it. You understand his energy on the floor is just so, it's so unique. In my opinion.
His energy, the way he sees the floor, his basketball IQ.
People
for
do
being
not
as
talk
young as he is
enough about his playmaking.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Yes.
His scoring. Everyone is talking about his scoring, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, yeah, he's a 3-level scorer.
But
yeah.
the playmaking, you watch these assists. He's throwing lob after lob after lob, like crazy.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting us the best shot in basketball, a dunk.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, that's so valuable.
And he knows when to do that. He knows when he's got to take the shot, but he also knows when somebody else is better set up. That takes a lot of basketball IQ. That takes, it's the awareness that he has. Some of the passes he makes, I'm like, how did you see that? How were you able to see that?
Yeah.
It's just
off the charts.
Incredible. I could go on for hours about Darius Acuff Jr.
Honestly.
I could. You and I could go on for hours about him. We love Darius.
I'll miss him at Arkansas, but I'm so excited for him and his future. It's going to be awesome to watch it play out.
You know, he interviewed with Sook Sports, and he did that interview with him after he got drafted, and he asked, hey, a lot of Sacramento fans are excited to have you, but a lot of Arkansas fans going to miss you a lot. What do you have to say to the Arkansas faithful? And he said, I'm going to be back. I'm not going to forget about you guys. I'm going to be back. I'm not trying to get emotional on this show, but I'm getting emotional. Darius he cares. He cares about the Arkansas fan base. He loves everybody here. And how could you not? You spent one. That's the beauty of one and dones, right? A little bit is that they do have an appreciation. He will always be an Arkansas Razorback. He didn't go transfer somewhere else. He will always have appreciation for the season he spent here and for the things he did here. Etching yourself in history.
One of the best seasons in college basketball.
It's insane. Insane. Pistol Pete. We haven't seen it since Pistol Pete.
First time in color, Courtney.
In Technicolor.
We saw Darius Acuff in color. He brought
Technicolor.
So much color to our lives. No, I need to. We could go on and on and on, Darius. If you see this,
getting emotional.
Just know we love you. We'll miss you. We're rooting for you.
Oh, okay, that was so sweet. We're going to move on from the Darius chat because I do want to mention really quickly Malik Thomas. I am ticked off.
We all were. This was the worst case scenario for him and for Arkansas.
Do we know any lawyers? Do we
know any lawyers, any judges out there that want to do us a little favor?
Yeah, he needs to pull out the draft. He hasn't been drafted. As we're recording this, he hasn't been drafted.
Time is ticking, but
get out, and we'll get you a lawyer, man. You can still play at Arkansas. No, I'm kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke. But no, Carson, for real, he was.
It's unfortunate.
He was clearly promised something.
Yeah.
He was, because you don't stay with the amount of money you're being offered by Arkansas to come back for another season. You don't look at that. It's kind of like Thomas Houck, where he got offered a lot by Florida, and it was Draymond Green that looked at that gave him advice and said, how much money? How much money are you being offered? You don't turn that down with Arkansas unless you have a first round opportunity. And he did. He obviously got good feedback and felt like he was going first round. Okay? That was also shown by don't take it from me. You can look at the mock drafts that came out later on. Yep. It wasn't the first ones that came out. They get more information and then it comes out later. More intel, more from what teams are saying. And then you see where he's going, 20 to 29, right? 20 to 30, right? In the late first round. Okay, great. Go late first round. We're sitting there last night, okay, yay, Malik, let's see.
I'm staying up till 11:30 being like, when is it 30th pick? I'm like, the Mavs are
and you're Mavericks.
The Mavs. I was sitting there being like, it will all be good if Malik is just taken at 30.
Yep.
It would be the perfect case scenario for me.
And Dusty May had a that was a gift. It was
the Mavs have no shooting. We have Kyrie Irving and a prayer. We have no shooting.
And
we had Malik Thomas. Now, this kid that they drafted from Spain, I'm sure he'll be great. I don't know that he's even going to play for the Mavs this year. But Malik Thomas was sitting right there. And unfortunately for everyone involved in that it just. I thought he was going to go to New York at 25.
Oh, that would.
I thought
awesome.
the Lakers could have taken him.
Yeah, and I heard the Lakers liked him too.
So,
I heard that there was some good feeling there.
The
and
Lakers
I went, okay,
also
the
need
Lakers.
shooting with Luke Kennard probably leaving.
There were some teams that needed what he can offer.
Denver. And look, I mean, it was a good range for him to find himself in if it all would have
worked out.
But unfortunately, he bet on himself in that, and it just breaks my heart when I see like Cal post him with Malik being like, Malik is up next.
I know, and that's don't make me cry because I love Malik.
At least Amir was there to,
I love that Amir was there.
Amir was there for some support.
What I mean,
but
we could talk about Amir being there and how weird that was, but I love that he was there.
He's just around.
Amir's just always there, guys. Amir is just always there.
Amir is,
but. I was sad for him. I still think he's going to go first or second off the board.
It's going to be him and Isaiah Evans. They're going to go 1, 2 in whatever order.
Yeah.
I think, unless there's some tomfoolery that goes on and they trade more picks or something.
If there's tomfoolery, no.
But I think the New York Knicks, the champions, should give our Malik Thomas a look.
Come on. He could be your next Jalen Brunson, okay? He can be your next guy. Your next second-round pick that pays off.
You're going to get someone with unreal confidence.
Yes.
44% in conference play shooting. 44%. That's insane on good volume.
Yeah.
He has room of improvement. That's why he was supposed to get drafted in the end of the first round. He's not a perfect player, but he's someone who is another winning player who's going to do the little things to win. And his offense, obviously electric. We saw him. He was like a corner or something out there getting so many steals, being like, just getting in the passing lanes. He's so good at getting in the passing lanes.
Jumping around.
He's so quick.
Yep. He has a lot to offer.
And can you imagine him learning under Jalen Brunson, just the clutch, like the...
But that would be such a good leader for him to learn under. And we're talking about a guy who's fueled right now. That he's fueled with this, like...
chip.
This
little chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, look at what Arkansas men's basketball
And can you
tweeted.
imagine Malik in... I know.
I mean, make him pay. Make him pay.
Who
better to make them pay on than the reigning NBA champs?
Can you imagine Malik in New York? He fits.
He would fit
so well. Just his vibe, everything.
We need.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed that happens. If not, my other preferred destinations would be Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
Go play with
that.
Ant. Go play. I mean, he'll be playing behind Ant, but Ant's still a good still a good person for him to learn from.
I think
they could use more shooting
to learn from.
Dante DiVincenzo being out the whole year, they need some more shooting anyway. So
there you go. Or something else.
ESPN has him going 34 right now to Cleveland. So
they really want him going to Cleveland.
They really want him going to Cleveland.
They predicted him in that draft or in the first round to go to Cleveland as the 29th pick.
Yeah. Cleveland, come on down. Come
on down, Cleveland.
If I'm gonna have a hit list out on Cleveland if
I know.
If they don't get him again.
They're gonna be. They don't know what's coming if if they pass on him. They do not know what's coming. Courtney, they're gonna have to deal with the wrath of Courtney and Carson. Absolutely. We have Trevin Brazile as well. We didn't really get to talk about him much,
but we love him. We know what he provides. He has all the skills, all the tools. There,
I would take
he's
him.
Going to be.
He's a.
I think people are going to be.
Pick.
I think fans of the team, whoever gets drafted to, are going to be like, "Whoa!" They're gonna. Whoever the team is going to be like. One of their music accounts is just going to be like, "Guys, look at who we just got!"
Yeah,
and it's going to be Trevin Brazile highlights, just like, fans going crazy. Like they're gonna lose their minds when they see him. And
they're gonna love him.
I hope he goes to the Spurs at 44.
I would love that.
Spurs, listen to me, please. I know y'all have Carter Bryant and stuff, but Trevin Brazile.
I know you have Carter Bryant.
I know you do, but Trevin Brazile, another add to the rotation. Y'all need some wing help. Trevin, if he can keep knocking down the three, he would be an amazing add to any team.
I would love it. Carson, thank you so much for joining me on this week's Full Courtney Press. We have run out of time. We're going to have to grab you. Once we know where these guys go, we're going to have to break it down, how you feel about the fit. Hopefully Malik goes pretty soon here in the second round, and hopefully Trevin gets drafted as well. We can talk about where both of those guys go, or
A little summer league action, a little pro hog action.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. A little pro hog action. We can talk it all with you this summer on Full Courtney Press, but that's going to do it from us. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next Wednesday to talk more hog basketball and so much more.
Bye, peeps.
See you next week.